What? Okay, here we go. It's really weird to be doing this floral still life when we just had 3 inches of snow last night, so it's a little odd. We've all been shoveling. So I've got my value sketch, which I think you saw on the video or the attachment I sent you. I've got a lot of darks out in here. We've got this burst of yellows and pinks and light colors through the middle here. I do want to make a couple of changes. The design of this has me a little flummoxed, and I'm not really. This plate thing at the bottom kind of bugs me. I'm going to make a couple of changes, and you can do it at home if you'd like. I'm going to have this plate come way over it, way as though it's coming way around over to
The other side.
over to the other side, yeah. And I gotta come around more like this. And this is coming around more like that. And then the inside, there's that. And then the inside ring, maybe we'll get a little bit of it there. Coming around. So I'm gonna have a little bit better.
Like an anchor.
Yeah, a little bit better anchor. Good, thank you, Doug. For the whole thing. And I'm going to put a little edge of a glass vase that's going to just come down at the bottom. I don't really see it in the picture, but I sort of need something, I think, to anchor it. So I'll be putting that in there. All right.
We can choose to do that or not.
You do whatever you want. And the other thing that's going to be up to choosing is the background color. There's a lot of blue in this. But there are a lot of blue flowers in there, so that can be a little bit tricky. And so you have to decide, do you want that background to be dark color, which it is fairly dark in this photograph, and leaving the flowers light, or do you want to make it a light color and where the flowers stand out as being a value like 3 or 2, a little stronger. So I do have a quote, and I hope this will work out today. I try to solve the easier problems first, which seems to help solve the more difficult ones later on. That's Eric Weigart, painter out in, I think it's out in Washington State. Anyway, a very, very fine contemporary painter. All right. I'm going to use a phthalo blue, which I rarely do because the blues kind of are pretty electric in this painting. I'm probably going to use aureolin yellow and permanent rose as a triad. I will be dropping in other colors like cerulean and raw sienna, but I'll sort of start with those. So going from light to dark, I'm going to do this sort of lightish flower down here. And I guess one of the things I want to keep in mind is I don't want to have each flower look like something that's cut out, like a collage. I kind of want a lot of edges to bleed and blend so that we don't have a lot of sharp, this is that flower and that's that flower. Okay, aureolin and cerulean, because I see a little bit of a little greenish in this, and I'm going to squint. Let's get a little more color in there. And I see these things as sort of like, what was that pasta that's like an ear? What's that called? Emil, what's that called? Orchietta. These look like those little ear pastas. Thank you. I see a little, and this is just being really, I'm squinting. I'm trying to see what shapes do I see. What's that?
So why are you starting instead of with yellow, the light color? You're starting.
I don't see the yellow as the light. I think the white things are the lightest, right? these lilies, like down in here. Do you not see, Judy? That some of these down here are. These are almost white. Okay, pull that. Come on, come on. Here, I want to make. And I'm gonna, every once in a while, I'm gonna drop in a little bit of dark. Just to hold an edge there. Okay, and I want to get into this phthalo blue and permanent rose. Wow, look at that blue, Doug.
That's the phthalo.
Yeah.
Looks like the ultramarine to me.
It
Yeah.
can,
I don't
it can.
know.
Until you start playing with
I
it.
don't know nothing about colors.
So I'm going to do this. What you call this, Doug? This
It's
is
a sedum.
This is a sedum up here. Okay,
A sedum?
sedum.
Yeah. Hens and chicks. Sedum.
C.
S-E-D-U-M.
Yeah, sedum.
C-D-U-M.
They look like cactus.
Yes.
Yeah, to me they look like artichoke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
artichoke.
yeah, they do. I bet they're related in the same family.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep this. So I'm looking at what's the outside edge of this thing look like. The inside edges I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to keep most of this stuff is going to be flat sections of color as I start.
Bleed.
Run a lot of this together. Come right up to where that yellow is. Okay, I'm going to just do that lily way at the top. Get some of the pinks in there, a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of pink down there. Going up that way. And I'll drop in a couple of darks. Again, I don't usually get darks in too early, but I just want to give a little bit of form to these things. Let's see, get that lily done. The artichoke thing done, and another small one. Yeah, this is small. Oh, there's one of these way over here. Again, I'm just throwing color on here almost. The yellow's going to come through this, but I kind of abstractly kind of watching like, okay, that looks kind of flower-like.
So the sedum you're making blue and
I
pink?
put some blue in there, yeah. You could use cerulean. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna let you.
You're not making it green, or you're not making it green yet?
Yeah, I haven't made it green. No, I didn't make it green. I don't see it green. This thing I see green.
You don't see that as green?
Yeah, I see a little more blush in there. Yeah, I don't want more green. I'm gonna have a lot of green. Okay, I'll pause right now and let you guys do a little bit. Just dropping color on loosely. Don't try to do edges too sharply. And we'll get to the yellows in a few minutes. But I want to get a couple of these light flowers in. Oh, there's one other lily up here I need to do. I'll do that while you guys. Way up there. That's good.
Excuse me, Ned.
Yeah.
We don't have Thanos blue. What would be the next closest blue?
If you don't have the phthalo blue, ultramarine would be fine.
Ultramarine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good question. Good question.
Ned, you're not pre-weighing a flower.
No, I'm really not. Yeah, I'm starting a little differently than I usually do, for sure. I guess one of the things to think about is dropping color. Once you get a little wet spot, a little bit of yellow, drop a little bit of pink into it, or drop a little bit of blue into it, or just different things to make your shapes, make the colors of the shapes interesting, little different gradations. Okay, I'm gonna wash my palette and. That's my cousin we're talking about.
I figured that. Moose.
I didn't have any trouble going full retirement.
What did you say?
That's because you had your tennis going.
Well, that's true.
I couldn't start with the dark, I had to start with the light.
Yeah, drop a couple of darks.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that kind of grounds everything.
And you get a soft edge there too sometimes where you might, you don't want to have a whole lot of hard edges at the end,
Mm.
Maybe I should
So
start with
I
that
did
one.
it a few, I just did a bit. I'm not ahead of you. I won't be ahead of you for the next 50 years.
You did
Oh,
you did the
I just
lily.
enjoy it.
All right.
I just think watercolors are the most beautiful.
it is fun. It's lovely, and it's nice to be with you guys here today. It's a lovely way, like you said, a nice way to spend the winter when you can be
Well, we are
stuck
wintering.
inside, or
No, there's a book on wintering that I read a few years ago.
yeah.
Wintering?
Wintering, yes.
Oh, cool.
All right, I'm gonna begin a little. I'm gonna go into the yellows, and we're gonna go flying into that. But before I do that, I see this plate down here is a fairly pale color, so I want to knock that out earlier. I need to remind myself that it's there, and I'm putting just a little bit of cerulean here on the bottom of the plate is very light, and it's kind of in here. It's kind of around there. Okay, and I see the edge of the plate is a little slightly stronger. Whoa. stronger blue. I'm going to go around that, what will be a yellow flower. There's the rim of that plate. Again, like I said, a little bit stronger blue, a little stronger value. Let's get it even stronger. Okay, I want to knock that out early. And while I'm there, I'm going to throw in a little bit of raw sienna for the gold edge, the gold rim. And if that raw sienna blends in with the blue a little bit, so be it. This is not one of those edges that I really care too much about. Oh, who has plates like these days? Look at that.
Thrift stores.
Oh, yeah, right. No, kids don't want them anymore, that's for sure.
Oh,
All right.
if it doesn't microwave and.
Oh, yeah,
forget.
go through the dishwasher, yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, here we go with some yellow. So this is where we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna go in with a new gamboge and aureolin. I see the yellows have different. Okay, the one in the middle, this one in the middle is. This is my aureolin, big. I'm going right through that dark section because I know the dark can go right over the yellow. So I'm just slobbing that thing in there. And I'll go over to this one. Well, let me do this one here. I'm going to throw this in as I.
It's an aureolin.
This is the aureolin with a little bit of gamboge in it. And I'm going around the flower that was already there. Boom, I see the blue is coming into it at some point. So I'm just flicking out the yellows there. A little bit of exuberance. Oh heck, this is the fun one. Okay. Aureolin out on the outside. Just throwing it on there. And then a little bit of the new gamboge. Almost, you don't even see the difference. I'm letting this run right off the edge of the paper. Okay, my other yellows are way down here. And again, I've got some greens that will be going through them, but right now I'm not worried about it. The green will be darker than the yellow. It'll cover it right up. I'm trying to get that spiky edge to it. Moving down to another yellow down in here. Ooh, where is this one? There we go, there we go. And there's that blue flower, so I'm just going to go right up into that. A little bit of red going on that blue flower. And there's another yellow way out here. Okay, look at all these yellows. You like them? How do they look? And there's some yellows in this area here. And then there's looks like a small little sunflower down here. And I'll just throw the yellows in there, leave. As I said I would do, I'm grabbing a little bit of the phthalo and raw sienna. I'm going to drop in a couple of darks. just so I can see where my edges are. Dark in there. Let's get a little bit more red in that. This is the center of that. Couple of touches of greens just where they okay, I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, yellow's all over the place. Let's not worry too much about. And maybe while it's a little bit wet, I'll add.
Ned, what color did you use for the plate?
I used a little bit of cerulean blue and just I think cerulean blue and water.
I don't have a plate in mind, but I like the color.
Andy just waved through the window.
Who did?
Ellen's husband.
Um,
He stopped by.
He doesn't know that we're Ellen's talking.
I'll assume he's got Ellen's coffee, right?
Yeah, he'll get it.
pretty sure I'll have no shortage of abstraction.
Well, that's good. That's the way you roll. Right?
Occasionally.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that takes me a couple months to finish.
You're going to be working all summer on your paintings. Each one of them you say is going to take.
I have like 3 or 4 paint blocks that I use because some of them, I know that some of them I need to stay on the blocks for months.
Right. I know. I get it. They look like dragonflies or something. What do you know, Doug? What?
No, I do not know what
It's
the plant is.
a curious plant.
And the way the background is blue too.
I know it's a blue tablecloth, and that's. Hey,
But we can totally make the background something different, right? If we want.
Yes, you can do any damn thing. You can make it red. You can make it purple. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do whatever you want if you can find it.
Now, okay. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of cerulean blue. I had a little bit of yellow in it, and it turned green right away. So I'm gonna dip right in there. All right, here we go. With a couple, I'm just squinting and looking at this blue down here. It goes right into that. Another one that's down here.
What color did you mix with?
Just some cerulean. Couple edges there. Ooh. You know, a few areas I didn't draw very carefully, and now I'm just having to draw it while I paint it. You know, it's like, ooh, this is tricky. Okay, then I'm going to get into a little bit darker blue and maybe a little bit of, so the phthalo and the alizarin crimson will give me maybe a darker blue. Or maybe this is the darker blue I'm seeing. Wow, that blue is so strong. I'm just going to go right into that yellow there down here. I like that kind of loose looking blue there. And there's another one up here. It goes down, almost touches the yellow, or maybe it does. This one comes out this way. And what I can't see, I just make
And
it.
what color is that? Cerulean and what?
A little bit of phthalo. Yeah, I'm sort of staying away from my ultramarine. challenged myself today, I'll be honest with you, to use phthalo instead of ultramarine, which is normally my go-to, just because
Just because.
just because.
This is one of those because days.
Yeah. And so I'm sort of tightrope walking because it's not a color I control very well. It's a really hard one to control. Adding a little bit of alizarin to it. Wow. See how that changed? That alizarin just boom, boom, boom. And now it's getting too dark.
Then it's like a gray one.
Yeah.
But
So-
that's good for
so
the
that-
shadows, right?
Yeah, and then I put it on here, Doug, and I go, how's it look? Oh, it looks too dark. So I put some more water in it. This is where I just put it on and then adjust it afterwards. There's some blue. I wish I knew how these plants worked.
Did you take this?
No, actually Jennifer did.
Jennifer took.
This is a floral for one of her dinner things when the trustees were visiting.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna pull this in here.
So you're doing all the funky blue colors now.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go
you're
ahead.
not being totally nuts about the shape of the petals, are you?
No, I'm really not. I'm just
You just try to represent what you can with shading.
exactly. Exactly.
Abstract spittings. Of
Yeah.
color.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a lot down here.
It's
Wow,
like
there's
an
a-
explosion took place of color.
now this is some dark blue down here. Again, I'm trying to
Is
get
that
the
the phthalo on your left there?
yeah,
That looks a lot to me like the ultramarine color.
yeah, but
It's really
boy,
bright.
I don't think I have it.
Would you use day one with what? Sorry.
okay. Then I've got
It's
some
big.
colors down in here.
Day
Okay, this is going right up against that sedum. Pull a couple of darks in there.
Stop it.
Okay, that looks pretty good. That's believable.
Oh, see me like if you don't know what you're doing, just make it believable.
Yeah, just
Alright, I can do that.
all right. So there's. And I'm bringing, what is underneath there? Wow. I'm cutting around this lily here with some darks. Have I done all my blue flowers? I think so. What is this? Oh, there's a blue down there. That's why I'm inching my way down here to some more blues.
So you're doing all the easy shit first, right?
Yeah, what did I say this morning? Solve the easier problems. I know this is blue down here.
Well, that's how I start my day. Do the easy stuff. Coffee.
And then, yeah, and then maybe then the harder things will sort of they'll figure themselves out. Okay, so come on. Oh,
You say coffee?
okay. In a few places, I'm taking this blue right into the green, right into the yellow. Kind of. Right. Yeah, we haven't done that clamshell thing in the middle either, have we? Boy, this is abstract if nothing else, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get some into the greens in a few minutes. That dark section in the very center with that sort of clamshell shape.
You mean in where the seeding was?
Yeah. Yes. So have some fun with your blues. Just throw them in there, and then
Dude.
Hope for the best.
Well, I think the big thing is having like a big field of it and then creating the.
yeah, right. Then creating the veins and the stems and all that other stuff. No, that's good. Good. Make these big. Just if you were cutting this out with a scissors, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Then you kind of see where when I'm putting that in, whoop, 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 and then we can come back in with the darks, put those things in.
Okay.
Get one big.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready to start in on the greens, some of the dark greens in the middle and around around the flowers, and also a few of those stems that go out at the very top and up the upper left, and maybe another one in the lower right. Where's my, okay. Okay, I'm gonna get little new gamboge, and since I've been using the phthalo, I'll try that. So, take this right up off the page. Here's a little, there's that. Make these sort of big, boom. I'm outlining that blue flower there with the green. Using the brush to kind of make that, let the brush do the work, make it do that little flip. Okay, new gamboge. We'll try it some bit down in here. I'm using this green to maybe outline some of those yellow flowers. So I'm bringing what's outside inside. Okay, I see this sort of clamshelly looking thing as being sort of green. And there's that. And I'm going to use raw sienna and the phthalo to get a little bit darker green. Is that you? No, it's outside.
I don't have my key. I have my keys here.
So
No.
we have some dark greens up in here next to that sedum. So you're doing some negative painting around the positive shapes.
That's assuming you've identified your positive shapes.
All right, you know where you're going, but we don't always have to be sure of that. Come on, green. Yeah, there's some greens out here. Now I'm gonna make the greens is gonna make the spiky edges of that yellow flower. Again, phthalo with raw sienna, and if it looks too green, you can add a little bit of permanent rose. That gives me a good. It's reading as a green, though it's pretty damn dark. Again, I'm using the darks to make these yellows pop. So I want the yellows to pop. I'm going to put a few darks. And there's that sedum thing. And I won't be afraid to bring the green right into the sedum to create some of those dark areas inside that plant. Good. All right. And then the inside this clamshell, it's a pretty dark color and it's dark value, I should say. And I'm going around that lily. That's sort of in the lower right, lower left. Okay, looking pretty good there. I'll tighten up that lily right in there. A little bit of greens. So wherever I think I need some greens, I'll put the greens. Okay. I So dropping in greens here, there, and everywhere. Wherever you see some darks, or wherever you see a spot where you think you want to make your light colors jump out, then put something dark next to it. Okay, have some fun with those greens. I'll pause there, and I will probably come back with the background color, and then we'll do a few more details in the center, and we'll see what happens. Okay, for all of you at home and in the gallery, at this point you could like take a picture of your painting and say, okay, there it is. If you've slaved over this for an hour and a half, if you really like it the way it is now with this abstraction, you could just leave the background white. Emil here in the gallery thinks he's going to make it a mid-tone, and I'm going to be bold and make it a rather dark color back here, though I know I have to cut in against a lot of stuff here, which will be difficult, there's no question. So I'm going to try to make a dark background. It's going to have some of the same colors I've been using, which is phthalo blue and raw sienna and permanent rose. I'm not gonna pre-wet it, because if I pre-wet it, it's just gonna dribble all over the place.
Right.
So
That's why I thought you were going to do the background in the very, very beginning of the class.
Yeah, I know, and
The way you do
I'm gonna use
skies.
a pretty big brush too. I'm gonna big honker here. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little phthalo This is, I'm really, you know, this could come out like crap, and then that's the heck with it. We all learned something.
Nice.
Okay, I'm dipping into a little bit of,
I haven't seen yours yet.
what was that color I said it was?
Wow. So cool.
It's the Venetian red.
Did you say raw sienna? Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm basically using some colors that I've been using.
Blue up
I
there.
know.
Okay, I'm gonna put this down, just see what it looks like. Okay,
And you know what? Yours is the way it is. I don't know, you do background or you decide?
okay.
You decide.
I'm happy with no background.
Yeah.
So Doug, watch here, I'm adding color. It's in the blue range, but if it starts to look too blue, I may add some yellow, like there's some yellow. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Okay, there's that. Yeah, I gotta go to slightly smaller brush. No, still pretty damn
See,
big.
now it looks from the screen, it looks kind of black.
Yeah,
I know it's not, it's black.
yeah, that's,
Oh, I see.
Okay, now here we go. Boom. Oop. This is like, right? This
You
is
gonna
like,
do more of that
this,
flower?
this is like surgery here, right?
You gonna do more to that flower or no?
Which one?
The one that you're painting right
Well,
now?
I may go back into it, yeah.
Yeah,
But I want
with
to get
some
this.
yellow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of places, you know, like little petals and stamens
you
coming
wanna-
out.
Yeah.
I'll wait until I get some of this in.
So you've mixed a yellow and.
Oh, I got
blue.
yellow and red and blue,
So
and
you're, yeah, that's why you got kind of a brownie color, but it's so beautiful.
but you got to see how you see the colors sort of
Yeah.
blending on the
Paper.
paper. So I got to grab a little bit of red. Let's throw that. Let's get some more red in there. The red up near the green. Boo. If I do it on that side, I better make sure I have it on that side. Okay, now I need to get a little strength down here. I let it kind of get insipid. Okay, and I wanna make sure I keep this edge wet. So as I keep going down, the color doesn't change too much. Okay, here we go. Out. Out. Oop. 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 Okay, I like that. Okay, and I gotta take that little more blue on over here. And if I overlap a little bit, that's okay. It becomes a little bit of the outline of the green leaf, the shadow side of that leaf.
wow, nice.
Okay, be careful here, Ned. Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Go around that lily. A little bit around in that. Wow, look at that dark Doug. Okay, I got to reload a little bit more. That. One color that just never looks very good with phthalo blue is when you mix burnt sienna with it. I think it really, I guess we all have different preferences, but you could try that and see what you think. I think it's pretty awful. So not every color mixes really well with the phthalo blue. If you're using ultramarine, so many colors. It's such a transparent and lovely color. The ultramarine is. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay, a little bit more of that. And now I'm sort of painting in, the only thing I'm doing is trying to change the color as I go. So if it looks too purpley, I add a little bit of yellow and make it a little greener. If it's too much magenta, then I add a little more blue. Okay, there's our train coming through, the 11:35 or whatever it is. And keep in mind, even this color is gonna lighten up a little bit when they're done. So you might be taking a deep breath for a minute, but
Ned, what red did you use in that mix?
I've got permanent rose, which I've been using, and I also have a little bit of, and nobody else will have. I have some old Venetian red, which is kind of a brick color.
Oh yeah, I actually have some of that.
Yeah, well, that's a nice color. So I tried that, and I kind of like it. I don't have much of it because I don't have a tube of it. I just have a lot of dry stuff in my palette. So I'm risking by using it because I may run out.
Oh, I love that word risk.
Okay, nearing. And then down in here, we're gonna have okay, this is. I'm gonna keep on going down here with the dark. Let's get some. Again, I've used a pretty damn large brush for going around so many little petals and things, but. Again, it's up to you whether you even put in a background. You could leave it white if your thing is.
Or you can have it kind of like coming in and out.
Yeah.
It goes in and out and in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Mama got a sweet.
And every time if the color starts to look dead, just add a pink or yellow into it and. Okay, so there we go. I will be putting a few more darks into, there's some details in each flower I can highlight, but I've got the bulk of this thing knocked out. Okay, I'll pause there. A few more touches, I'll show you that maybe in the last 15 minutes of class. I do have to, there's a glass jar that's holding, or a vase that's holding all these flowers, and it really doesn't come out very well in the photograph. And maybe if you didn't draw it in, don't worry about it. I may try to give myself a little bit of definition at the bottom of the bottom of the piece.
jeez.
Oh, that wasn't a good sign. That wasn't a good sound. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Wait, what the hell is that? What the hell did I paint there? Well, I just realized, okay, I know what I think I know what I'm doing here. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh boy.
As my friend Sherry says, I am so verklempt.
Mm-hmm.
Much better.
Well, it's interesting, though, that you're using the iPad there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at additive light.
Added what?
You're looking at additive light. In other words, you're looking at the painting is coming to you as additive light, not subtractive.
I don't get it, but I
This is subtractive. This is subtractive. Piece of white paper, you subtract light by adding color.
oh, okay, I just used the photo that I got.
Yes, but that photo is coming to you out of black. It's additive light.
So it's darker, it's not pastel then, was what you're saying?
Not necessarily. It's a different way
No,
to. different kind
there's
of
light coming through that blue,
Oh, okay.
and you're actually capturing that when you're
Too much for me. Yeah. I
This is,
appreciate
Bill, this is the stuff where in the theater, when you put red, yellow, and blue on as a spotlight into one area, then you get white, right?
right.
Right. Is that
But
subtractive?
it'll get when you have two different painting from this and painting from that are do two different things.
Are the colors different?
They become different. They are perceived differently.
Watch out, your glasses are about to go over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
No, I don't. That's okay.
That's okay. You're not. Fortunately, you're not being affected.
I don't understand.
I
I don't compute. I don't compute.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
Right.
Anyway, but
Did Joe ever come in?
yeah, I always work off the iPad because I hate. I have a terrible printer.
I was just trying to still represent a few leaves in here.
Up in here.
Well, like, yeah.
That's
right.
why
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But now here, I don't wanna make it just all dark, right?
No, I know.
What would you do? Well, my
I don't
drawing's
know.
not
I don't know. No, it's weird because that's the darkness here, right?
Yeah. I
So
have
then now you're
this-
talking about the area here.
Well, I tried to represent those two little things.
Oh, yeah.
Those two little things right there. But I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should put another like little leaf or something, I don't know.
Okay, so you don't really have this thing in.
Well, this is this thing.
Oh, that's that. Okay, this
Yeah.
side. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then this. And I hadn't done this
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. You know, you got a good point down here. It's like, what is
Right.
it and what do I draw it as?
Right. I guess I could. Yeah, I don't have the drawing quite right.
Like draw these, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's yours. That's your drawing.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
go.
so I kinda copied
So you
you,
could do. Okay, let's say.
That's your seeding.
Okay, you could kind of do like this,
Right.
like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you
Right.
you know how they. You
Overlap.
got one and then one like that, you know how they, and then this comes into here, then another one comes out like that, and these could be greens.
Yeah. Okay.
So just
Yeah.
Yeah, just take.
Okay, yeah,
Right?
no, that's fair.
And you can have them go in different directions, maybe. I don't know if that would make it too crazy.
Okay. There's a pause this time.
Oh, now we got 10 minutes. Okay. All right, for my last trick, I'm just gonna touch up this.
Just spray water on
Yeah, I can just spray water and get a sponge. There are areas where you could put some details if you want to detail up or darken up the center of those yellow flowers. I'm going to go into that lily up at the top and strengthen the darks, the pinks that are in there, because I only have one touch on that. I'm looking around. This one needs a little bit of. It's just a flat cut piece, so it needs a little bit of something else. This one's kind of flat, so I will just touch these up just a little bit. I'm going to give the sense of the lip of that one, and it kind of comes down like this, and it comes right down like there. Get a nice. I'm just strengthening the
The shapes.
yeah, just
I got you. I follow.
I'm sorry.
At least I think I do.
okay. There, that lily looking pretty good there. This one has a little bit of yellow in it. These are these sort of stamen-like things. What are those long, Judy, is that what it is in the center of these flowers? The long spiky things that the bees dip into? Judy?
Judy.
Yeah.
Stamens, or was that what it
Stamens.
Stamens.
Stamens, long spiky things.
Yeah, got it. So I got a few of those in here. Oh, I said I was going to do that vase at the bottom too.
almost looks stained glass-ish. Stained glass-ish.
Where's that? Like here or this?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that works. That's a good thing. All right, I gotta kind of this little bit right down in here.
Okay, I'll be finishing a lot later.
So Judy, did you have fun at another adult daycare?
The other adult daycare?
Yeah, that's what this is. They didn't tell you that?
Oh, is that what it was? Was?
Is?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have
it's
to see,
an
what
adult
was it?
daycare.
Yeah,
This is what we do to stay out of nursing homes.
is this what it is?
Yep. So we're not
Things are
like,
not looking too good then.
so we don't burden our children.
Oh, too true.
It's a good thing I don't have children.
You don't have children?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you don't?
Well, you want to have someone to burden though.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We weren't that lucky. Wasn't in our cards.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Yeah, just said okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. So we had fun with our niece and nephews.
Yeah.
And then they grew up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm
well,
so glad the
they
parents
did.
My old boss used to say,
have to deal with that
little
too.
kids, little
They do grow
problems,
up.
big kids, big problems.
Right.
Yeah, you got that.
I used to obsess about my daughter with the binky.
Oh,
She
it's
was two.
Binky.
Now she's 23. She doesn't have a binky in her mouth anymore. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I think I'm about done right there. Did a little touch-ups in this white flower off to the left. Little sense of some the bottom of that glass. I don't know if that came out as well as I had hoped. And a few touch-ups inside some of these lilies. But that's it for the painting part. I'm gonna tie my hand behind my back and keep myself from noodling too much until I just give myself a little bit of time to look at it. And I would recommend all of you do, if you're feeling a little,
Come home and walk the dog.
yeah, walk the dog. If you're feeling a little punky, don't make
Crazy
stupid,
decisions.
stupid decisions
Don't
right
make
at the
crazy
end.
Decisions.
Yeah,
Right.
just let it sit and come back to it and see what happens.
And one option is to leave the background just white.
Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm gonna do the stop recording.
Recording stopped.
Okay, so that's where that ends.
Okay.
This guy.
Thank you.
See, you have to make some of these darker,
Oh,
because
yeah.
otherwise you don't
Thank
get
you
the
again,
feel.
Ned.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So this-
Sure thing. I'm very curious to see how these come out because I think they're going to be all
The
very
little
different.
statement in here.
Oh, well, that's the
curious.
center.
The center, yeah. That's
Oh, I thought,
Yeah,
oh,
see you
okay,
Wednesday.
I love the way you
Bye-bye.
represent.
Okay, Kurt.
Like, here's
One time. Take care.
Thank you.
shape, I love the way you made it look like a